Yeah.
Hey, I'm mad, yo.
Yo, dog.
I'm mad.
Why you mad, dog? No, honestly,
I'm
why you
angry
mad?
though.
Yeah.
I'm so angry because it's like rape is not a topic in vets.
Sure.
It's not, right? The minute you bring it up, people feel uncomfortable. They don't want to speak about it, right? In general, actually. But there's just a stigma around it at vets where boys will really get super touched about it. You say men are trash and it's like the whole species gets offended. And it's like, if the boot fits though, why are you getting mad if it doesn't apply to you?
So what actually led you to feeling this way? Like, is it an actual thing? Like, what's happening? Is there not like enough awareness? Do the VITS people actually know? Like, how can I say, the senior people at VITS, do they actually know what's happening? Do they know what's happening at campus? Is it
So it is a thing, and it will always be a thing, and it has been a thing for years in South Africa amongst university students and amongst life, yo. Like, that shit happens to you at any time, at any place, and half of the time it happens by someone that you know, right? You know. But what brought this to my attention now recently is, I mean, the anger is a build up of a lot of things. Personal experiences, shit I've seen girls go through, day-to-day interactions with people. I mean, whether you'd like to deny it or believe it, it's an actual thing. It's an actual thing that being a female out here is fucking hectic, dude. And it's hard. And we have to go about everything. So it's a build-up of anger and frustration, dude, and even fear. But I am tired of being scared now.
Yeah.
Basically,
Tired.
I don't want to not stay at VITS and like not do my shit because I'm worried about some motherfucker harassing me.
Yeah.
You know. So an email went out. This girl sent an email.
We didn't big facts. Big facts.
Last year, one of the managers of the workshop at the WITS School of Arts was fired because of a sexual harassment case. But no one actually knows what happened except for the students who are closely involved with the victim.
Okay.
So there's an automatic stigma, dude, from silence and from not actually knowing full facts. It's so easy to just avoid it because you don't know if it's true or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the case most times.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the case
that we just don't know. Due to the contents of the email, names will be disclosed
Left out,
now.
yeah. We'll leave the names out. We'll leave the names out, yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, to whom it may concern, the SRC and the head of school. So SRC is your Student Representative Council, right? I would just like to write this email in response to an email I received earlier this year. It is with regards to the National Arts Festival trip that was taken by WITS students this year. In actual fact, I believe I have issues with the last 2 years in which this program has been running. But what has led me to writing this email is based on my silence. It was day before the start of the festival this year that I had all of a sudden received an email from Cello, head of the SRC for the WITS School of Arts, who informed me that if I had not paid at least 2,000 Rand for the trip, either in cash or to an SRC member or given bank account by the Friday at 2 p.m., then I would not be allowed to attend the trip due to lack of financial pressures.
And is this actually like allowed?
No, so the trip is supposed to be paid for. That's the thing when you get invited to showcase your work. But no one actually knows, like I said, because of a lack of information.
Okay.
Anyway.
But then can they just tell somebody not to go after actually having an invitation just based on that? Can't they somehow?
So this is the thing that she's trying to ask them about in this email.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if she got a response from this email or not.
Okay.
So she continues to say, what I was most confused about is that I was unaware that I was a candidate for being a part of the 2019 trip. For me, the irony rose when I was attending an awards evening hosted by the university weeks prior, where I had engaged with an SRC member named Sela, where he laughed in my face and told me that I would never be paid by WITS to go back down to Grahamstown after the events of the previous year.
Heavy.
I wanted to reply to the junk mail that I had received that clearly lacked transparency, but as a black woman who has suffered much sexual, physical and emotional abuse while being a student at the WITS School of Arts from students and lecturers from multiple disciplines, I had decided not to spoil the fun before members decided to go down, and so I did not respond and deleted the email. I would like to know when I had made a short list to attend the festival, especially when I had a show going down and actually being a part of the festival and not the Fingo Festival. She continues to say, I'm also confused about the link with the regards to the Fingo Festival, because when I was in Grahamstown, the Fingo Festival that I did attend with the members that went down, paid by the WITS School of Arts and the SRC, was a bit of a ghost town. The performer who was part of the actual NAF festival, who performed that day, had only 5 audience members and did not receive any money from ticket payments. The rest were that of the SRC and the group that went down. So of course no money was made, and the performance started when the SRC team was ready, noting that most of the members were sleeping during the performance. I assume due to the smell of heavy alcohol and other substance abuses. Personally, I have no issues with people who drink and go out, as we are all students, and I too enjoy social engagement. However, I had found it very disrespectful and disappointing when that compromised the majority of the group who seemed to be the ones organizing this performance. I was also reminded that those earlier in the year who actually applied for the trip landed up dropping out, complaining about the lack of transparency, lack of communication, and fear of over expenditure and not enough payback. I would like to know why my student number was used as if it were part of the numbers that were going down, or even accepted invited to go down for the festival. I personally landed up having to pay for the groceries for one of the student representatives, and when the SRC decided to watch the show I was working on, they all demanded a free pass to the show, and about 12 members arrived. One of the members also tried to force his way into the changing room after the performance while my female performer was naked and changing after the show. I then had to push him back to restrain him, as he was insisting that he and his colleagues wait outside the change room for her to congratulate her own show. I had asked him to wait outside, and after much hassle did they finally decide to do that. I have no issues with giving students free passes. However, my previous disappointment with their actions during the festival had made me feel otherwise. They did watch the show at the festival for free, as now plans had to be made to get through the system and allow them in, but not respecting the privacy of a performer post-show is unexplainable. I again was reminded of that deleted email I had received. Was my name being used as a dangling carrot to allow such people to go on a trip for free? I'm also confused as to why the actual leader of the SRC was never around during the festival. I understand that maybe he was and I never got to engage with him, but for someone who had the audacity to email and request for money unexplainably, I would have assumed he would be the first one to want to see the actual work I was doing during the festival. She continues to say, I was raped by 2 of the students.
Like rape, like literally.
Yes. Who I went down on the trip with. And this can be testified, right? Like I said, I won't bring out the names immediately.
Yeah.
Please also note that I have CC'd a number of people, and so if you don't want to take my word for it, then I suggest you ask them directly. However, what I will not tolerate is being put on a stand against anybody, because I refuse to be chained by the evil doings of people that I have not made contact with within the last year now. I understand that rapists don't call themselves that, and I am in no emotional space to have to relive my trauma. I have had to spend months continuing my studies at WITS, and I am at a space where I don't feel triggered anymore when I have to see any of these people. If at most I can engage in a face-to-face meeting, but I believe that I have made peace with myself so that I can continue to live my life as unaffected as possible. So that's already hectic, you know.
The sad reality of things, basically.
Exactly. It reminds me of another girl who was raped, and this was quite a couple of years ago. Like, I was in high school when I heard about this, but she was in varsity and she was raped by one of the other students, and they didn't do anything about it, basically, just like no one does any fucking thing about it. And what she had done was she took the mattress that she was raped on and she walked around it with it on her back until something was actually done, until her court case was put through, because she had to sit and stare at this man every day, and they provoke you. They know what they did to you, so they come and they make comments. You see them looking at you.
That's actually another thing. Like, what do you guys think? Dude, a lot of the time it's said that these guys half the time don't know what they're doing. And then, like sometimes when people get drunk together, because I know that's a sort of topic, you know what I mean? So that's basically why you're trying to create awareness, I guess.
Yes.
Because when people get drunk, then, or not drunk, but like, you know, so under the influence, then they claim that it was consensual and that things happen. So what do you guys think also about this? Like, do you think that majority of men know what they're doing when it happens? Do the ladies remember? What do you think? Is it just like you know what I mean? It's another topic on its own, but what do you guys think? Let us know. Sorry to take off, yeah.
Cool.
And
so
when you say, let us know in the comments below.
Okay. Let us know in the comments below. Let us know in the comments below. But let us know what your intake is and what you really think. As a man, let us know as well, men. Let us know. Have you been in a situation like this before where it was consensual and on your part was it consensual, and then when people wake up sober they say it's not, or like, you know what, ladies, let us know if men try and play too much. And yeah.
So I'm just gonna highlight some of the things in the next step. I mean, we can post the email and you guys can read it for yourselves as well.
Yeah. I'll just plug out the names and post the whole email for you guys.
Yeah.
We just dropping everything.
Yeah. So last year, days before the trip, I was locked into a room in the resource center with a group of these boys from the SRC. They were drunk and high and were trying to touch my body. I had managed to finally escape the room because the man who was told to guard the door was too drunk to lock it properly, and I got out. And then I heard these boys say that he would not be trusted within Grahamstown's sexual affairs. So let's just put two and two together, yeah. Right? Grahamstown sexual affairs. Right after this happens and this girl then gets raped. I think we
too
can
much.
all just...
So they drop in straight down though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so how is it that there's no like security around when this is happening? Why are people just getting? This is at
WITS School of Arts, right?
This is at WITS. So like, why are people allowed to be getting drunk on campus? And I mean, getting drunk, like everybody has their fun during varsity, but why are they allowed to be getting high as well and being able to get away with this, especially since it's like SRC and big guys? If they're alumni, that clearly means they finished at WITS, and how is it allowed? Basically, how?
So I'm not sure about the rest of campus because I don't really explore the rest of campus. But I mean, in our building, in WITS School of Arts, we have our security guards, and they do, you know, the regular runs, and they go around and they check. But there are so many studios. You can easily get locked in one of those studios. I mean, our campus, our building is busy with students 24/7. There are constantly students pulling all-nighters. I mean, I know from personal experiences. I leave at like 1 a.m. sometimes. I slept there on numerous occasions to finish work, and it's crazy how full the building actually is at those times in the morning. So, I mean, that's another topic all on its own. Like that stress of school and actually getting that shit done, and you know, passing and being an artist at the same time, and it leads you to many things. I mean, a lot of students are under substance just to stay up. Just to stay up. I mean, you see it. Like, I got a warning straight up before I went into the art degree that I need to be prepared not to lose myself in life. Because it just it's the way they train you how to think. Everything we do is analytical, because we're dealing with the arts and we're dealing with history and we're dealing with all of these things that people and society have just decided we need to speak about it because we're the artists. So here you go, you creative people, speak about it. And the biggest disruption and the biggest issue with this world and everybody in it is that we are all waiting for someone else to do it instead of just doing it ourselves. It's so easy to push responsibility.
So basically, there's some heavy things going down at these first things.
It is.
So how do you think going forward, what can actually help right now? Like, what do you think is the best route? What can you take? You just trying to create awareness for this?
I'm trying to create as much awareness. I mean, we're leaving their names out for now because
until like there's a procedure in place.
There is a procedure indeed, and witnesses especially, because they haven't done anything wrong, I publicly cannot speak about it. So but I mean, a few of the girls we were talking, and we actually, the actual culprits, the actual rapists, because that's what they are, and I will address them as such, we are going to start writing their names on the walls. Every guy, you can do it anonymously if someone has harassed you, so but they walk around.
If you at WITS or you around there, if you have varsities and you know, and you've been like sexually harassed at school, whether you a boy or a girl right now, I suppose, like, shouldn't matter. But write the names on the wall. If you have no other way of coming out, that's one way. Let's make it like a thing.
Yeah, man, if slut shaming is a thing, then why can't we shame rapists for what they do? And we need to. It's time to expose now. We need to make a noise. That's that movement though. Hashtag make a noise. That's actually popping right now.
Hashtag make a noise.
Make a noise.
Hashtag
we don't want
everywhere.
Females to be silent anymore. We want them to speak out. I don't care if the whole world doesn't believe you. I will stand by you. We will.
Yeah, that's another thing. There's always someone that's willing to stand by. You don't ever feel like you're alone.
Because this is bullshit, man. This is honestly bullshit, and it's been going on for way too long.
And if you're trying to be a part of the movement, we'll leave our names. Get a hold of Drew, Joel.
There was an unwritten list of women that could be sexually enjoyed, and I was told via the grapevine that I was on that list. The following day, when I saw the one who let me escape, he informed me that this was simply just a game. And so this also made me fear that I would be playing a game constantly with these boys, and that's exactly what they do.
It's a game.
It's a game
to them. It's just a game.
It's power relations. They want to show you that they're the shit, or whatever they want to show you. It's a power thing. They're craving for power. They want to be dominant over you.
So it seems as if it's like a thing. It's not like they didn't really know what they were doing because they were faded or something like that. It's like a real thing.
It's a real thing, and that's how they think. But like she said, rapists don't call themselves that. They don't address themselves.
They think it's a normal thing,
because it's been too normalized.
Expose them.
Way too normalized. She says at some point, being a rape survivor in the past, I am aware of the brutality of the police and the stigma that sticks to a person, and I believe that these moments would pass. I might not sound rational, but I don't expect anyone to understand unless they have been down that path before. I believed that for the trip I was not in a space to create enemies, as I feared the repercussion I would have to continue and already endure during the and post the festival. I'd agreed to the both of the rapists that I would not make mention of this to protect their names, claimed it under the term of misunderstanding, and to my surprise both men accepted this and ended the trip. So, I mean, it's so real.
And you know this person.
They know how to manipulate them. I don't know them personally because that's just me. I don't actually speak to people at WITS like that, but I have definitely seen them around. You see these people. These are our SRC members. They are supposed to be handling all the shit we complain about. Everything that we are feeling is unsafe, not normal, like anything, they handle it. They
like government.
But it's
so
like,
corrupt.
You see, it's like they just have this entitlement. They already have a position of power, right? And now it's just the thing of implementing it. But students don't take it that seriously because they are still students. It's still your student rep, right?
And they get voted for, right?
Yeah.
So that's another thing, like be aware of who you're voting for, because you guys vote for these people and this is what the people do to you, you know what I mean? So like, just be really aware.
Yeah, I think we really do, like, we don't think some things through.
Well, like, I suppose there's a poker face. People know how to sell and themselves as one thing and be a completely different person, you know, when you're not around. And then this is what happens. So like, you need to expose these people and just be aware of your surroundings and who's around.
And this is not only happening at WITS. I can tell you that now.
It's a varsity thing, apparently, right?
It's a worldwide thing.
Yeah, it's actually worldwide.
But it does happen a lot in varsities because you wouldn't think one of your classmates could do that to you. But like I said before, most of the times it happens by people that you know.
Yeah, the closest. And is that a wrap?
Yeah, we can wrap that up. So I mean, it's a broad topic. We could go on forever. We'll do maybe another
segment. Yeah. But join the movement. Hashtag
make a noise.
Hashtag make a noise.
And expose them. Write their names all over the fucking walls, yo.
All over the walls.
They can't walk around like they ain't do shit now.
It's not right.
We angry. We mad out here.
And